हेलो, यस सुरेश, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग। डिपार्टमेंट को लॉक किए क्या? हाँ हाँ, बंद है क्योंकि उन लोग ने ना कल वो फॉर्म का सब रखे ना ऊपर ही रात में पूरा, इसीलिए शायद। हाँ, बैठ जाओ ना कहीं पे, चलेगा, है ना? हाँ हाँ, बिलाल मेरे को मिला था कल। हाँ, शायद शायद है। हाँ, मिल लो, हाँ। ओके ओके, चलो।
Yep. So, Lubna, can we start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
So, would you like to give some introduction, or Malik ma'am would be, and then after that, directly start?
So today's the session is on NumPy.
No, it's not on number. It's on regex.
Okay. Zeron, can I start?
Yes, Lubna, go ahead. Rocky, say good morning.
Oh,
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Yes, Lubna,
So,
go ahead.
yeah.
Yes, we'll start.
Sure.
okay. A very good morning to one and all. All the participants, a very good morning. We had rescheduled this session. It was in the afternoon, and now we have this Moodle's hands-on session in the morning. Good morning, Rocky sir. So today, I think we have already introduced Rocky sir, and the session is going very good. We are getting a very good feedback about the hands-on session since last 2 days, and all the participants are really enjoying this, and they are very much engaged and engaged into it, and they have lots of queries also regarding it, and they are enthusiastically performing on it. So it gives us a pleasure to conduct the hands-on session every day with you, sir. And so I would request you to start with today's hands-on session, so because they'll be eagerly waiting for you to start, as they have downloaded all the content which is required for today's session. And the today's session is based on regex and its real-time application web scrapping. So I request Rocky Jagtiani sir to please start with the session. Sir, I'm there online. For any issues, you can contact me.
Right. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you as well as anybody else who finds any code missing in the Colab notebook, please do feel free to prompt on the chat. I want people to ask doubts and to be interactive. This is what I want.
Okay, sure, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir.
Right. A very good morning to all of my friends on the session. Let me share my screen and we can immediately start the session. Right. So my screen is visible clearly. Quick acknowledgement. Screen visible clearly. Yes. Thank you, Rutuja. Right now, friends, let me give you a holistic picture of what we're going to do today. Think about this. I'm typing Control F. Okay, if I do a Control F, my Colab allows me to perform a search. So let's say if I type the word RE, it tells me that in this notebook, the word RE is coming 346 times. And it is highlighted the very first occurrence of the word RE. There's 1 on 346. If I click on the downwards arrow, I will highlight the next occurrence of RE and then the next occurrence of RE, so on and so forth. So as you could see, the word RE is being highlighted here. So the point is, the orange is indicating what focus is in, and yellows are indicating the word RE. How did the search got performed? Some kind of search algorithm would have been used, right? The point now is that whenever you do any search algorithm, and when you want to search a pattern out of a data, example, supposedly if you and me, all of us, If I write this in front of you, 022-2527-77413, everybody with the human intelligence. I always keep saying that in all the workshops I take or all the sessions I take on all different platforms that human intelligence is always and always going to be more than the best machine learning algorithm because it's you humans who's creating it. So there will be maybe a lot of time, 10, 15 years from now, that you will have machine learning algorithms getting much more intelligent than us because we have emotions, we have moods, we have historic intelligence also, that what has happened in the history. So we can bring that into the picture and an experience. So looking at this, even a child can say this is a phone number. But if I write the same number like this, you won't say it is a phone number. You would probably say this is just a number. It could be an account balance. It could be the loan given by the central government or the state government. It could be the funds which is sanctioned by AICT all over India for conducting the workshops to various colleges. So it is definitely not a phone number. Because phone number will not have a separator like a comma coming in between after every thousand space. Exactly. It means you are not looking at number. You are looking at the pattern of the number. That is, the number is having 3 digit, which is the state code, a hyphen to separate the state code from the actual number, and then the 8 digit number which flows, which means that this is a phone number. So what is your eyes viewing as a human? Try and understand that. Your eyes were not viewing for digits. Digits are here also. So your eyes was viewing for a pattern. Now the question is, how do you get patterns out of some text? That is what regular expression is. So regex in simplest terms is a set of rules. Nothing more than set of rules. You are forming a rule that you are interested to see 3 digits, then a hyphen, and then further you're interested to see 8 digits. So this is a pattern which you have made, isn't it? When you make a pattern like this, you are actually trying to search for anything which comes in this pattern. Now, so write a set of rules to find patterns. What pattern you want to find depends upon the rule. Example of a pattern is this. Example of a pattern is this over here. Now, when we apply regex, friends, the Collab notebook is actually not more in details, and I'm sure you will be wondering that why have I given an extra video link. So the reason is that I got an opportunity, and actually I'm also training along with this FDP program. I'm also training, and Miss Malik knows about it. I'm also training, and I have been given a lot of load on the FDP1, FDP2, and FDP3, which is happening at or conducted by SPIT College, and that's going on from October actually. And I've been involved in that right from September, when the course content were being fixed by somebody at IIT Roorkee and somebody at SPIT and myself, so that what content we should have that the teachers can learn the maximum, specifically for the people who are not from computers or IT background. See, people from computers and IT background are always privileged. They are the privileged lot, in any college or any institution, because they are knowing very quickly because of their subject knowledge what is happening new in the IT industry. But trust me one thing, friends, IT has got its immense importance today. It is the most popular language today. It has crossed all levels. It has crossed C, C Sharp, JavaScript, Java, PHP. Python is ruling number 1 today. In 2020, the most Stack Overflow searches were done on Python error codes, which means Python is number 1. Now, there's no looking back for this language. This language is going to be like de facto standard in the next 10 years. Like every child should be knowing this language. Now, the point is, why is Python become so popular? Is it because of web development? No. Is it because of software development? No. What is it for? It is because of data science. It's because of data analytics. It's because of ML. It's because of AI that it's become popular. Now, time has come, or time has already come 3 years back, but academics time has come now, that all those departments who are non-IT and non-CS are going to have a huge, immense, mark my words, please mark my words. And you would notice this because I'm in connect with a lot of industry people because of hiring needs, hiring requirements. So you would notice whatever I'm speaking right now, you will witness it, not notice, you will witness it. And you will also be part of that, that story, the bright story which India is going to face in the next 3 to 5 years, where people from different departments, specifically electrical, mechanical, energy, energy engineering I'm talking about. Okay? Wrong with the spelling. Okay, so further, electrical, mechanical, energy, and sort of not civil, of course, not construction, and something in that line of electrical and mechanical, maybe electronics. All these sectors are going to hold a huge demand in the near future, and CS and IT is going to go down. Why? Because people will not need a person who knows AI. People will need a person who knows artificial intelligence that means everything. AI is it's a Pacific Ocean which contains ML, DA, DS, all the things together. So I would need AI who can actually solve a problem in the respective domain. In the respective domain. I have about instrumentation. That's in fact very important. So instrumentation is on the first hit list because that gives you process control. So you imagine this. If I have an instrumentation engineer in this, let's say, in this FDP program, hosted by the Sabo Civic College. So if there is any instrumentation engineer, I believe he will agree with me, or she will agree with me, that instrumentation is all about process control. It's all about measurements. It's all about sensors. So when I'm talking about process control, I'm talking about some process controllers like PID, proportional integral derivative controllers. I'm talking of SCADA systems. I'm talking of PLC programming. So when you're talking about all those things, these things are coded exactly like a C language is coded, like a C program is written. There is no intelligence. Imagine this. There is a valve in the industry. Why I'm giving this holistic picture, why I'm taking 10 minutes more of my lecture, and I'm giving this holistic picture is because people who join in should have a more holistic idea. Otherwise, what they are doing, learning the topic, they will forget after 5 years. But once you have a holistic picture, you will remember it longer. Okay? So, the valve which I'm talking about, let's say that you have a valve, and the valve which is used for making measurements or for process control, let's say that you have a valve for controlling flow of some particular chemical industry, controlling flow of chemical. Now, what normally process control systems or controlling systems are doing right now is if there is any alarming condition, event is being generated and the event is being handled from the control room. The control room is having an automatic thing that which valve has to be shut down, where pressure has to be reduced, where pressure has to be increased. So there is no need to go physically to the plant. Where an instrumentation or electronics or electrical or a chemical engineer can do the control from the control room. Right. Can I remove, listen to my question very well. Can I remove the instrumentation engineer from here and have a ML model acting on his behalf? Acting on his behalf is the question. If I can have an ML model acting on his behalf and doing the work equivalently good as an instrumentation engineer would be doing, then I still need an instrumentation engineer but with thorough knowledge of ML. Because it is his domain knowledge which is to be converted into machine learning algorithms. And to code anything in machine learning, Python is a base. Right? That's the reason. This is the base reason of why we are having this workshop or why we are having many such workshops organized with various institutions all over India. Right. Now, so coming back to Today's point. So when I'm talking of regex, I'm basically forming rules and patterns, and that is helping me to search data. And let's take an example here. So friends, whenever I write a backslash b in regex, whenever I write a backslash b, I actually mean to say that I want to search for a digit. Please don't type or write anything of this because whatever I'm typing is roughly in my notepad is all there in the collab notebook. It's very detailed. In fact, this collab notebook is for 3.5 hours. So we won't be able to complete everything in 2 hours at all. No, we won't. So, but what I've done is I've given an extra video link. Now think why I've given that. I've given an extra video link because this same notebook was covered for by 3.5 hour session. So because our video recording is already there, and I'm very confident that once you know the core part of this, you can always be able to connect and you'll be able to go ahead also. I don't want to reduce the content just because it's for 2 hours. Otherwise my learners at the FDP program at Sabu Subject will be deprived.
Rocky sir, you're not audible.
Hello, Rocky sir, your voice is not audible. Hello, sir. Hello.
Rocky sir, your voice is not audible.
Ma'am, we are trying to call him. We'll just call him and have a word with him. Yeah, just 2 minutes.
Just talk to sir because I think he is not knowing that.
Yes, ma'am. 2 minutes.
Hello, is my audio coming now?
Yes, sir. Very much. You are audible.
Sure.
Yes, sir, now it's audible.
Okay, sure. So I was on this, friends, that when we form a phone num regex by using r.compile, we perform a search. And moment we perform a search, we will be searching for the exact pattern. So in case if I change this data, I will realize that this is not exactly matching with this pattern. Little difference here and there, it will not match. And therefore, the phone number regex search returns to me an actually a null. That means no match, null into flag, and null is always false, no? So if will fail, I'll come to the else part and I'm printing nothing found. So everyone will please try this, and today everyone will be able to run the code along with me.
Screen is not visible.
Oh. Yes. Right, so I was just mentioning on the very first cell. So please make sure that everybody is running the first cell with a minor change. Change the data and run the code, and you should be able to see nothing found. And keep the data as it is and run the code, and you should see your pattern coming. You can change the number, whatever number you want to, but remember, it should follow this pattern. Only then will it be found. Okay, so people who are ran with the first cell, please say done. That's why you need to have patience. Maybe in the next cell, you will be able to understand. Have patience. Maybe you joined in late. Okay, right? Right. So let's move one small step further and see this. So if I look at the next example, I'm going a little more elaborate where we could form a phone number regex and actually search for certain data in the form of groups. So in regex, you actually form a group by putting normal brackets. This is not tuple here. Huh? In Python, when you use the brackets inside regex, it does not mean a tuple. Okay, so this over here means that this is a group. So what is this group trying to say us? We put this in the notes here. So there are two things here. First, because of the bracket, we are forming a group. Second thing is, when you put a plus symbol, the plus symbol means one or more. At least one or more. So obviously, if I'm saying \b plus, then I mean to say one or more digits. I'm looking at one or more digits. Okay. Now, so in this situation where I'm looking at one or more digits, so my state code could be, why should I limit that my state code should only be 022? What if I write my state code as, imagine if I write my state code as 22 only, it should be allowed, no? Right? So I'm looking at state code which is one or more digits, followed with, or maybe country code of one or more digits, followed with a 10-digit number. So in this situation, my phone number regex is performing a search as my number is, I have any digit can come here, whether it's plus or whatever, because usually people write plus and then they carry on. So I have a country code as 1, then there is a hyphen, correct? And then there is a 10-digit number. Please remember, the full stop which is coming at the end is not a part of my pattern, so it won't be picked up. And the plus symbol coming at the start is also not a part of my pattern. Where is it in the pattern? Pattern doesn't just pick up a plus symbol. Pattern says you pick up digits, one or more digits. Okay, right. So I'll perform a search. once I do a search, and remember, search always searches the first pattern. So if I put this number again, notice, if I put this number again, see what I have done? I put two numbers here. To be very honest, the first number and the second number both are matching the pattern, to be very honest. But only the first number really picked up. See in the output. See what has happened. So you got a match object. Therefore, MO goes true. Country code is group 1. Now you'll understand what a group means. So if you write in the group function 1, it will print the first pair of brackets. If you write group 2, it is going to print the second pair of brackets. The second pair of brackets is your entire number. So see how beautiful. You could get a number from a text. So this is just a text. Maybe this is a LinkedIn feedback. This is a LinkedIn comment. Or this is a Facebook comment. Let's say you have made a post and you want people to comment. People are commenting. And in their comments, they're writing their email ID. They're writing their mobile number. And they're expecting you to contact back. So how do you think if you have, let's say, 500 LinkedIn comments to your post, how will you search? It will be nightmare to search all these numbers or email IDs from their entire feedback or entire message body. So the best option there is you take this entire data and give it to regex and he will find for you. But you will say, Rocky ji, search for keval first occurrence find karta. Don't worry. In some time, we will be seeing another function called find all, which is going to search all the patterns. So it finds all occurrences. It finds all occurrences. Okay? So as I can see here, I got country code here, I got this, and then if you want the whole thing, just write group function. Don't give any number, and you will get the entire one. Okay, right. So now I hope people who got confused in the previous now is a little better, clear, a little more clearer. And if you have done with the second cell, please say done. Okay, right. Now, after writing about one or two more cells, I will be again opening the doubt window for you to ask your doubts. And still in between also, if you're getting any doubt while I'm speaking, you can just punch that out on the chat. So the moment I see it, I can answer it. Okay, right. So I'm moving one step further, friends. Now, what I'm doing next. This is a very similar example to the above. Please notice I'm rewriting the above code and printing all the groups. How do you print all the groups? Notice the difference. To print all the groups, you will not use the function group. You will use the function groups. There is an SC. So what is going to happen in the output, if you notice, I'm getting output of all the groups. This is a group 1, 0 to 2. This is a group 2, as you could see here. Right? So this is a group 1 and this is a group 2. So all the groups have come together. Okay? That is the beauty of using the function groups. Okay. Now, skip the example. I repeat my words. Skip the example. Suppose if the state code 022 is optional, then use the pattern question mark, and this means the pattern is optional. So try to skip the example for some time. Maybe if time permits, I'll come back to this example after maybe 7 to 10 minutes. Let me run the simpler examples for this. This is a little complex. Okay, let's do the next. Matching 0 or more with a star. Matching 0 or more with a star. So what does star do? Friends, the plus symbol is responsive for one or more, no? In the very same way, the star symbol in regex means 0 or more. means 0 or more. Okay, so what are we doing here is we are creating a pattern. So re.compile is actually creating this pattern for us. And what is a pattern? Pattern says that I want to search for the word called bat. After the word bat, I formed a group, and the group says woo, and the woo has a star. Star means 0 or more. So I I could have 0 of woo. If there is 0 of woo group, then obviously Batman is going to match. See, 0 of this matlab wo nahi hai, so obviously it's going to be Batman. And if I say 1, it's going to be Batwoman. And if there are more occurrences, it's going to be Bat woo coming for many times and then the man. Okay, so all these patterns are going to match. Batman will also match, Batwoman will also match, and Bat woo coming for many times and then man will also match. Okay, let's see. Please do this. Yes, I know I'm using only search till now. Don't worry. In some time I'll be using find all also. My objective is not to teach you search or find all. No, my objective now is to teach you the different rules of regex, like star, plus, backslash d, which means digit, and like these are more patterns. Okay, so if you have ran this, star, say star done, say star done on the chat. Please say star done because it's very difficult. No, when you say done, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि what example have you done? So say star done. Use an asterisk symbol and say asterisk star done. Yeah, the way Vandana has given the answer. Very good. Friends, I'm waiting for all of you to confirm star done. Then only I can move ahead. Okay, right. So I hope most of the people have done this. Okay, right. So now moving on to the next cell, which you, to be very honest, already know, because matching one or more occurrences is always the plus symbol. So when I say outside a group, a plus symbol, I mean to say that this group should come one or more times. That means it should come at least one. So we formed a regex pattern here called Batman regex, and it should, this not match with Batman by the way. This is going to match with a Batwoman because a who should come at least once. So I'm doing a search over the adventures of Batwoman, and I will get obviously true. So MO1, that is a match object, will it's not going to be true. Match object will get this object, will get Batwoman word. So match object is not blank, it is holding something. Therefore, it is going to print the output of Batwoman. And if I take the second example, where the Batwoman word is not there, the word is Batman, then in that case, the MO2 is going to hold a none, and a none means that this if is going to fail, I'll go to the else part and I'm going to print input string does not contain the pattern. Okay, that's it. So please see, in the first case, Batwoman, and in the second case, input string does not contain the pattern. Okay, right? So I hope this is simple and very, very clear. Yeah. It seems somebody's audio by mistake turn on. Lubna, will you please turn off the audios? Please check and turn off the audios.
Yes, sir. 1 minute.
Okay, so everyone in the FDP program, I hope you have rang the plus symbol also. अब आपका message क्या आना चाहिए chat में? Plus done. It should be plus symbol and done. Yeah, Lubna, you can turn off the video.
Yes, sir. 2 minutes.
Yes. Very nice. Dattare, I'm happy that you have been able to catch up with the speed now. Very good. That's the spirit. You come in late, but you join in and catch up the speed. Good. Ranjit says done. Kaushal says done. Santosh done. Very good. Where is Rutuja? Rutuja is missing. Rutuja is always the first person to say yes. Where is she now? Good. Good. So, plus done is from a lot of people who have done up to this point. Very nice. Very good. So, friends, let's move on further to the next function called find all. But before I, venture into find all function, I would like to go back to. I told you I'm going to come to an example of a little difficult. Yeah, so let us look at this example. What is the example trying to ask us? Suppose in the state code 022 is optional. I'm just taking an example of a state code. You can imagine in a pattern which you wish to find, some part is optional. Then how will you track the optional part? To track the optional part, you should use a question mark symbol. Very simple to remember, no? Plus means one or more. Star means plus means one or more. Star means 0 or more. And question mark means that this pattern itself is optional. So this group itself becomes optional. Okay? Right? So keeping that in mind, let us look at how this example would look at. Let me just copy this as an example here and let's see. So regex.compiling is compiling or creating this regex, which says the first pattern is 2 digits and a hyphen, like 22 hyphen 91 hyphen, which we write ahead of the mobile number for a country code. So 91 hyphen is marked with a question mark, which means that in front of a mobile number, writing 91 hyphen is optional. Okay, sounds good. Then I formed a group. And in this group, I'm trying to say that I want the starting digit of the mobile number to be either 8 or 9. I repeat, I want the starting digit of the mobile number to be either 8 or, this is OR operator, or the symbol, pipe symbol stands for OR. Okay, or 9. Backslash D, do you understand that it's a digit? In brace brackets, if you write anything in brace bracket, this means you want to find n occurrences, not less than n, exactly n. You're looking for exactly n occurrences. Okay? Right? And if I notice over here 8 or 9, this means you want to start. This, of course, everybody knows is an OR symbol. So I'll not like to stress too much on this. Yes, everybody is understanding this is an OR symbol. It's given, people are new to this, OR symbol is given above the enter key. On your keyboard, above the enter key, you will see the or symbol, the pipe operator. Okay, right. So I'm searching for anything which starts with a digit 8 or 9. Mobile numbers usually start with 8 or 9, no? That way. And followed with 4 digits. So this is total 5 digits, huh? Remember, this is 1 digit here, this is 1 digit here, and then another 4 digits. Then a hyphen, and then another 5 digits to float it. So if I notice an example, file number like 98925444177 will match, no? But a mobile number like 7788665544 will not match. This is going to match, and this is going to not match. You're able to get me because this number doesn't start with 8 or 9. Okay? So let's try to figure this out. Surprised. The first if never gave me an output, how can it give you? The second if actually give you an output. Why? See, the second number came out. The first number never came. Because the first number starts with a 0. And I want the number to start with either 8 or a 9. Then this is correct. This number starts with an 8 or a 9, as you could see. Okay? So, now I hope this is getting clear to all. Now let me move further in my flow. Okay, now let's have a look at this. So friends, when looking at the find all method, this guy is superior to search because search will return a match object of the first matched text. That means in short and simple words, search will search only the first occurrence. And find all method will search for multiple or many occurrences or as many occurrences that come. Let's take a look at. I formed once again the same regex. I'm searching for 10-digit number, 5-digit hyphen, and another 5-digit. Phone number regex is performing a search. I have got 2 numbers here, as you could see. One is the cell number and the work number, and both are actually matching the pattern, to be honest. So if I do a search, you would notice that only the first pattern is coming out. But if I'm doing a find all, please notice both the numbers were searched. Both the numbers were searched, as you could see. This is the first one, and this is the second one. Okay, right? So I hope this is going clear of how find all is different from search. Please run this code, all of you. And now I will give this 30 seconds. The other 30 seconds become 3 minutes. I don't have a problem. But you have to ensure that somebody should ask a doubt in the 30 seconds so that the doubt flow can happen. Whatever you feel comfortable. If you feel comfortable to come on the chat and ask the doubt or on audio. Prefer the chat because, at times you're not able to control the background voices which come from your office, from your staff room and from your home. So prefer the chat. Okay, so Vandana says find all done. What about others, friends? Come on, if you've ran the cell, find all and understood his output, please say find all done. Okay, right. So what I can notice here, friends, is most of you have been able to do with the find all, and I don't see in the last 30 seconds any doubt coming on it. So it means find all is very clear, and the difference between find all and search is also very clear to all of us. It's very good going. Excellent. Now, Let's see this. Uh, Somebody audio is turned on. Is it by mistake or you would like to ask me a doubt? No doubt, it seems. Right. So, friends, moving this small tiny step ahead. This is a quick table to remember. Please remember only the small cases. That is backslash D, small case, which means any numeric digit from 0 to 9.
Number 2 is
Lubna, somebody's audio is by mistake turn on. Please turn him off.
Yes, sir, 1 minute.
Okay, right. So friends, let's resume back. Um, so backslash small d corresponds to any numeric digit from 0 to 9. Backslash w corresponds to any letter or a numeric digit. So W means word character in simple words. But words are not only formed by letters, no? Word can also be formed by a numeric digit combination. Example, the word could have your address. Let's say you're writing your address. Your address is going to have pin code, isn't it? So your address which is having a pin code, which is having a flat number, which is having a plot number, or maybe the building number, something. So there is an alphanumeric combination. So if you search for alphanumeric combination, please use backslash W. Best way to get the words or alphanumeric content of your data. Only digits, backslash D. And if you want to search for any kind of space, single space, tab space, both single space, tab space, or even a new line character, you should use a backslash small s. Why I don't want you to remember on immediate basis the capital D, the capital W, and capital S is because you will end up getting confused. You will end up getting confused. Nothing more will happen. Okay, so relax and you capitalize these 2 hours to learn quick things first, and then this notebook is always in your custody. It's your property, right? So you can always learn it later on. What does capital D do? But in simple words, whatever small d searches, exactly inverse or opposite of it is small d doing. Capital D doing. See, what is small d doing? Small d says I want to search for any numeric digit from 0 to 9. Then capital D says that I would search for any character that is not a numeric digit 0 to 9. That means special characters, alphabets, both will be caught by capital D. Similarly, what is capital W? Capital W is inverse of small w. Small w says I will catch letters, numeric digit, and underscore. So leaving the underscore, leaving the digit, leaving the letters, what is left on your keyboard? Rocky sir, I think the special character is left out. Perfect. The special characters are left out. So all the special characters, only all the special characters, punctuation marks would be caught by the capital W. Okay? Right. Similarly, capital S is inverse of small s. So leaving space everything else, will be caught by capital S. I don't prefer to use the inverse logic, capital S, capital W, and capital D. I prefer to use the straight logic, that is small d, small w, and small s. Okay? Right. Let me take this example of some character classes in front of you, which you just now saw about. All the character classes will come in one go. Let us see what pattern we are trying to form. Let me look at the pattern here. What is this pattern trying to teach me? This pattern is trying to tell me that I am searching for, or I'm looking for a pattern which has one or more digits, one or more digits, then it's backslash s which corresponds to a space backslash W. And because of the plus symbol there, so it is very clear that we're searching for one or more word characters, one or more word characters. Okay, so D plus one or more digits, S a space, W plus one or more word characters. Okay, friends, right? So if anything other than this comes, the pattern will break. So let's have a very careful look. We are doing find all. So we're going to search the entire data. Let us look at the first thing. One space. Oh, one is a digit, correct. This is a single space, correct. Java is a word character, correct. Hyphen, you won't read further. Stop. Why? Because hyphen you are going to break. No. See, you searched, you picked up one by because one is a digit. Rather, you picked up a space by because space is a space. You picked up Java JEVA. Why? Because they're word characters. So why didn't you pick up hyphen? Because hyphen is not a word character. Word character can have alphabets, digits, or underscore. It can't have a hyphen. Hyphen is a special character. No. Correct. So we're going to break there. So you're going to get an output only one Java. But you find all. So find all won't stop. It's going to go on and on. It's going to go on to the next. So you'll get 2 space SQL. See here. 2 space SQL. 33 space web. 33 space web. That's right. Just look at a hyphen by the way. And 34 space textile. This whole thing came. Okay. So you all get me on this, I hope. I hope you all get me on this. Of how beautiful, the more you work with patterns, trust me, this is not a 2 hours topic. 2 hours can only introduce to regex. But that also in the 2 hours of regex, I have distributed the timing in such a way that we can give about 1 hour or 1 hour 10 minutes to regex and another 50 minutes to web scraping. And the backend team under the mentorship or under the guidance of Miss Malik has done a wonderful job. So I've been in touch with Munira, Samreen, Lubna, and Miss Malik, and they have their vision was very clear. The vision was that Rocky Ji, we want to ensure that our learners or our FD participants should get an exposure to maximum hands-on as possible. So we really cannot. Let's say that if you plan to go with regex very deep, regex itself will take about 2 or 3 sessions only in that. But then what will happen is that we will not get exposure to other topics, right? So it's also their hard work. So that their team is doing good work. Right now, friends, I have given whatever I spoke. No, don't worry about it. Whatever I spoke, it's written over here, word by word. Okay? So how many people have ran the character class? You can say CC done. If you have ran this example, please say CC done. Very good. One thing, the node. I've done it. Very good. Dr. has done. Nice. Santosh done. Very good. Still, I'm waiting for a few more acknowledgements because I know there are some participants who are executing at my speed or maybe faster than me also. They are brilliant. Mohammed, very good. Okay. Now, let me look at this example. And friends, after this example, I will be jumping into web scraping, which is an application of regex. So regex has a lot of applications. They are used for searching. They are used for searching not only in databases but searching for data on you see so when you get raw data from a social media like comments in Facebook, comments onto a LinkedIn post, then all these you need to actually fetch your data out. So and to fetch data out, it is important that you need to know regex. Otherwise, it's going to be a nightmare. At least I use regex very often. Okay, let me do one thing. After the example, uh, and after I explain web scraping, if time permits, and if you all also permit me to go 5-7 minutes extra with all your due permission, with the learner's permission, because I know you have other commitments, you have your college lectures also going in parallel along with this, I understand. So if you allow me that 5-7 minutes extra, then I will show you my own LinkedIn account where I have used web scraping to get some useful information out, and you will see actual live data and how web scraping could be useful. Okay, so let's see this. Okay, so the next example is find all vowels in a sentence. What we're trying to do here is as follows. We are first defining our own. In this case, I'm not picking up any character, or I don't want to pick up any digit. No. I'm being very specific now. So when you use square brackets, you actually define your own character class within the square brackets. You define your own character class within square brackets. So that is very good. No, it's nice that you're allowed to do that also. And I was waiting that if I'm not able to define my own character class, then how will it be useful? To be very honest. So you can define your own character class. Example, let's take an example. Right. Let's have a look. So friends, what I'm doing here is I have defined a regex which says that I want any character A, E, I, O, U, small case, A, E, I, O, U, uppercase. That means I'm searching for either lowercase vowels or uppercase vowels. What I get is a vowel regex. Vowel regex dot find all is finding all the vowels in this given data. How a given sentence you could actually have an essay over here, and you're trying to find all the vowels in the essay. So if I run this piece of code, I will see that you see a lot of data here coming out, and there's a lot of data which comes out here is all the vowels, as you could see. Okay. Now, very connected to this example, very much connected to this example, is that suppose you reverse my logic. Suppose you come and say that Rocky sir, no, I don't want to find vowels. I want to find the consonants. That means I want to find non-vowels in my sentence. It's very simple. In the square bracket, if you use this caret symbol, now this caret symbol is very deadly. Huh? He has two meanings actually. So the caret symbol has two meanings. I'm going to put it over here very clearly. How do we decide what is the meaning? Okay, it depends where it is used. If used inside the pair of square brackets, if used inside the pair of square brackets, then it does inverse. Inverse means it works in the reverse fashion. And if used without, not outside, huh? If used without the square brackets, then it means start with. This is what it means. Okay? Don't worry, I'm going to give an example of both right now. So what I'm doing is, when I say caret symbol, that means I'm interested to find all the characters. I'm interested to find all the characters which are none of these. That means I don't want to find A, E, I, O, U. Leaving A, U, I, O, U, I want to find everything else. Oh, interesting. That means you want to find non-vowel. That's right. I found all the non-vowel characters in my above sentence. That's the application of using the caret symbol inside the square brackets. Now, last set of symbol, after which I did mention 50 minutes I planned to go to web scraping. So I'll shift from here to web scraping after 5-7 minutes. the caret and the dollar sign characters. Let's see. So if I use a caret symbol, which means without the square brackets, it means start of a regex. That means I'm planning to find something at the start of a regex. And if I use a dollar sign, I mean to say that I want to find something at the end of the regex. Okay, let's take an example. So I'm going to use these three combinational symbols. Simply using caret symbol without the square bracket means starts with. Using a plus symbol, all of us know means one or more. And using a dollar symbol means ends with. So let's try to analyze this. What is this written here? Let me pick up this entire part and as an example, put it over here. And this file has gone too long, no? This part which I've been typing roughly has gone too long, no? So what I'm going to do, I'll save this data and WhatsApp it to my backend team there supposed to be, and they would post it on the Moodle all as well as share the text file on the WhatsApp group also. Huh? So instead of because the moment I put so much of matter onto the chat, it gets distorted. Okay. What is this? Trying to do. It says that I want to start with page to symbol. Start with a digit. Start with a digit. That symbol means one or more, and dollar means end with. So it will end with what was before to it. So dollar means end with the digit 1 second. So I want to start with a digit, followed with one or more digits, and end with a digit. That means I'm looking for any pattern which is having only digits inside it. अगर आपके पैटर्न में डिजिट के अलावा और कुछ भी हुआ तो ये उस पैटर्न को पिक नहीं करेगा. This is not going to pick up that text. So let's take an example. For example, if I do a search like this, so if you notice very carefully, see what we have done is I have said whole string is num is my regex. I'm performing a search over 1, 2, 3 up till 0. 1, 2, 3 up till 0. So effectively what do I get? I get I'll be getting this number because this is having only digits. In the second case, I won't get it. I won't get this. You know why? Because this is having some alphabets in between. Third case also this won't be selected because you're having a space in between. See the outputs. In the first case, you got all the digits because the number had only the digits. In the second case, you got none because it is not having all the digits. But you'll be wondering that what if I type something more? Yes, you're welcome to type something more. Like, is this the number? Is the number? You'll be wondering, na, kya hua? See, is this the number? Starts with the character I. And you told me that a pattern should start with a digit. That means if your pattern is containing only the number which you want, only the digits which you want, only then will you get the output. Otherwise, you won't get the output. And then again, somebody asked me that what if the number is only 3 digits? That doesn't make a difference. The number is 2 digit, 1 digit, 3 digit. That doesn't make a difference. You can have a number which is 1 digit also. It's okay. It's absolutely because minimum 1 digit has to be there, no? For digit to be called, isn't it? Plus the one or more. So one has to be there. Okay? So I hope this is going very, very clear to each one of you. Okay? So if this symbol is done, then please say, type this caret symbol in your chat. You know where is the caret symbol given? On your keyboard, look at the 6th number in your keyboard. Above the 6th, the caret symbol is given. Say the caret symbol done. Type the caret symbol, say done, if you have done with this exam. Very good. Two people have said carrot. Done. Others, please. Waiting for others. Okay. So, with respect to the regex, I hope everybody has got a little brief idea about regex. And with this note that I don't see any doubts, any major doubts coming in the on the chat, I would like to move further. See, I've covered a list of all the regex symbols, so you haven't to do any googling or anything. Trust me, everything is here. If you read the notebook twice, you'll be thorough with it. Plus, I've also given you a supporting video. So the Sabotham Siddiq is going to upload the video on some channel, maybe YouTube or maybe Moodle. So you can watch this video, which is here. Plus, I have given you the previous FDP's video. Also, the same notebook was done. Hmm? There's a small coding text on regex. Please make sure you're doing it, huh? Please make sure you're doing it on your cell phone. There is no assessment for it. Okay, now comes web scraping. Why have I written web scraping with caution? Because many many websites don't allow or don't consider web scraping to be official. Although there are no cyber crime rules to say that it is a cyber crime, or rather there are no rules, legal rules which say it's a cyber crime. So if anybody has to stop scrapping, you will have to make some arrangements on your website code, or possibly have firewalls, possibly have robots.txt files to stop scrapping. Otherwise, scrapping cannot be stopped. Sunlight आपके website को scrap करके जाएगा. ठीक है. The question is, what is web scraping? So it's a theoretical term. Web scraping is also called a web harvesting or web data extraction. More interesting would be that why will you do scrapping? Okay, now that is a very interesting scenario. Have you ever realized that if you want to work on a data science project, who will provide the data? And most commonest answer of the interviewee to the interviewer is, "Sir, client will provide the data." The day you expect in data science that your client is going to provide you all the data, then that day you will have to leave data science. You will have to leave it. Because, to be very honest, client, yes, will definitely provide you with some data, but not with all. It is not going to provide you all the data. Because the client never knew in what form and format he should save the data. And the client will say, okay, I have some data which is in Excel format. I have some data which is in PDF. I have some data which is for which I don't have records, but I know that it is there in my website and archive pages. You heard him here? Website archive pages. That means old pages of my website. Data is there. Interesting. Plus, it is there on some competitor websites. It is there on some government websites. It is also there on some online portals. Maybe you're trying to search for some data which is generic, which is available on online portals. Okay. So question now is, how should I get this data from the website, from your own company website or some competitor website? How should I get the data from government portals? We have to think about it. So data is in CSV file. Take patience. So when I say client is giving me XLS or CSV file, that is over here. Story is over here. Don't repeat this again. So usually what happens is about 30% of the data the client company would usually have an Excel sheet or in CSV. 10 to 15% data could be in PDF formats because they, the letters which they email to their clients, The quotations is sent to the clients. The documentation is they get from external world to their systems are all in PDF format easily. Their website could itself contribute 10 to 15% of the data, and rest is from the outside world. Now, data which is from the outside world, there are many ways of getting it. But one primary way of getting it is web scraping. Okay. Now, question is, how do I get an entire website on my system? It is simple. So the problem is, you want to extract data from the web by scraping it. So you look now.
Yes, sir. So 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. I'll check.
Okay, done. Fine. So you want to extract data from the web by scraping. So here we have taken the example of some popular websites for scraping relevant content. Okay, right. So look now, what you could do, you could turn off the audio rights to all of the participants. We will open them up only at around 10, sorry, at 11:55 when they want to ask doubts. Let them ask their doubts on the chat.
Okay, sir. Okay.
It's not their mistake. It is accidentally it gets turned on. Actually, they are not realizing it also. It's not their mistake also. Okay. So moving back to this pen. So to extract data from the web by scraping, here we take example of some popular website by scraping relevant content, and I'm going to take some popular website like Wikipedia. Of course, we cannot think of popular websites like Amazon or Flipkart because they are smarter than us. They have stopped scrapping, but still we can scrap web Flipkart and Amazon very easily. How we do it is this way. See, there is a protocol called curl. Curl stands for client URL. So what you could do is write a 510 line Python script and make the curl object. In the curl object, we specify the request URL. In the request URL, we are giving the URL of Amazon with the respected query string. See, Amazon is huge, no? It has many web pages. So you specify what you want to search. You want to search MacBooks. You want to search the MI phones. You want to search clothes. क्या search करना है आपको Amazon में? So you have to basically do a normal search on Amazon website and then take that entire URL, entire लंबा चौड़ा URL जो आता है ना, with the entire query string and dump it in the curl request. So what will curl do? It will request this page, download this entire page, and bring it to your local machine. Now you apply regex. So web scraping is nothing but applying regex. Now you apply regex and get what you want to get out of this page. Simple. Example, you work for Flipkart. Please imagine you work for Flipkart, you work for Snapdeal, you work for Chroma, you work for Shopperstock. All these guys need today web scrappers. All of them need web scrappers. Okay. So if you're working on Flipkart or Shopperstock or Chroma, and these people say, can you tell me that tomorrow is a big bullion sale of this so and so company, or there is a Amazon sale going to come live at 12 a.m. tonight. Can you quickly scrap and tell me on these specific products what is the pricing they are giving, so that we can also change the pricing on our website. So if there is a MI phone which is costing 18,499 on Amazon, Chroma can make that phone for 18,498, so that when a person is doing a Google search will compare prices. Even how does Google search also compare prices? When you type mobile phones below 20,000, how is Google able to search that? That means Google is also doing regex. And Google is the biggest example on earth of web scraping. He crawls your website, scraps means uses regex and removes what he wants to remove and shows it to you in summarized form on the web page. And they're making billions of dollars on it. Google is the richest company. It is the third richest company in the world as of today. Isn't it? So they're working on that model. The search engine is the one which they're earning money from. So this is 18,499. What did Chroma do? 18,498. 1 rupee less. 1 rupee less. But because of that, on Google search, both will immediately come. As a customer, you have faith on Chroma also, because you know this is a physical shop. You can go and buy at the shop also, and you have faith on Amazon also. But then both have come in coordination. Both are coming in par with each other. So point is that by scrapping, specifically the companies which are in the e-commerce space, they do scrapping in and out. Okay, now let's see this. First thing everyone has to do is we have to install two libraries. See, there are three libraries involved here. First is the web browser module, which comes with Python and opens a browser to a specific page. Its responsibility is basically to open the browser on your system and open a required page on the system. Whatever page you give it, you'll open that page. Next module is the request module, which will download files and web pages from the internet. What the request module does in a simple word is this. I'll type it out over here.
सर के पास किसी को रखो, है ना? हाँ भेज दो, अभी सर आए।
Request module
नहीं सर आए।
basically has two things.
अच्छा, अभी भी एक तक आ जाएगा।
HTTP request.
हाँ, उसको बोलो जल्दी आने के लिए।
HTTP and HTTPS both are applicable, and he receives HTTPS response. So this is what he exactly does. Request भेजता है, response लेता है. So you're sending HTTP request and you're specifying the URL which you want to access. So the whole page gets downloaded, and the entire downloaded page is here in the HTTP response. This is what the request module is doing in simple words. So he's a very simple module. He's a very simple person. Next, beautiful soap. I know you said it's a soup, no? It's not tomato soup. It is written as soup, S-O-U-P, but it has to be spoken as a soap, S-O-A-P. So, beautiful soap parses HTML. Parsing means understanding HTML. So when you parse HTML, you will come to know that, let's say you get an HTML page. To be very honest, friends, every HTML page internally is actually understood as a DOM document object model tree. In case if you're unaware about DOM tree, please do a little Googling. It's a very interesting topic. So every HTML page is actually understood by any parser or any browser. Browser also understands the HTML page as a DOM tree. So in a DOM tree, you say that the opening tag of your HTML page is HTML. It has two major components. One is the head and other is the tail. Sorry. Head and the body. As regards the head, you may have title, you may have some SEO meta tags, and you may have some Google Analytics meta tags. So you could have some more boxes here holding other pieces of information. What will body have? Body is going to have all the UI components. So you will put one box for every UI component. Let's say, for example, you have a div. So I will draw a div for, so if I have 5 divs, I'm going to draw 5 such boxes. Okay. So for every element, every tag, you make a box, and that box becomes a node. So notice now, hierarchically you have arranged all the nodes, where this fellow is a root node, and these are child nodes over here. As you could see, these are child nodes over here, and further, these child are also parents, so they become parent-child because they are child to the root, but they are parent to other nodes which are coming below it. This is called the DOM structure, simple DOM tree structure. So if you really want to know about the DOM, I would request all of you. It's a beautiful topic to read. So do Google on HTML DOM. Very interesting. That's the basis of how browsers work. Huh? Browsers don't work by looking at HTML tag. They create a DOM and they understand the HTML page. Okay. So what do we see next? Let's see this. So I've imported request module and I'm saying request.get. Take a second, huh? Let me first pick up this page. Let me open this page here in the browser. Wait, let this open. Even you can do this. You can also open Wikipedia.org page, data science. So let's have a look, friends. What I've opened is a very standard Wikipedia page on data science. This gives me some explanation on data science topics. Now, one thing which all of us know, that all of these are hyperlinks. But if I click on any one of this, I'll go to the respective page. There is a separate page for it, which Wikipedia is having for data mining, for machine learning, for big data. So if I click on any one of these pages, I'll go to that respective page. Okay, right? Now, the point is this, that because, just a second. So when I say get, you know what we are doing? We are getting this entire web page. And if you view this web page, basically when you say get the web page means what? I am actually getting the source code of this web page completely. This is the entire source code of the web page which is coming completely. This entire code comes to you as a response object. So it's a huge code. It's not a small one. So this comes to you as a response object. Notice what comes back. I am dumping the response object into the variable res. Usually things like result set, response object should be named as res or maybe rs. Okay. So you get the whole response object here. Just for satisfaction, just to show you, I typed or I printed the data type of the response object, because in Python to find data type of anything, any variable, I use the function called. Now, for understanding that what is okay about, let me explain to you a very simple example. Friends, what happens now? The browser which you are using right now, let's say in your browser you type amazon.com. The browser which you are using is actually the client. This is my browser. A browser is a person who is responsible to throw a request. A browser is a person responsible to throw a request. Further, I have a web server where the web server is going to give me the Amazon page. But think about this. Supposedly, the URL that is given to me for fetching the Amazon page or Wikipedia page is wrong. This URL is wrong, suppose, is given wrong. Then how will the page be downloaded? It will not be downloaded. Then what should come to me? I should get an error message, 404, page not found. Therefore, on the internet, there are two error codes. Or rather, I should say there are two codes. I'll not use the word error. There are two codes. Popular codes, rather. There are many error codes actually. So an error code 404 means page not found. An error code 403 means access denied. Imagine you're trying to access somebody's login or somebody's inbox without logging in. I cannot access. It's very natural. So I get an error code 403. But apart from these error codes which are in the 400 series, 404, 401, 402, 403, apart from the error codes in this 400 series, you also have a no error code, means there is no error and the page is not correctly downloaded, as a code called 200. So a code 200 means okay. A code 200 means okay. And a code in the series of 400, like 404, 403, is the error code. So you know what we're trying to do now? I was trying to check in my Python code that is the request which you have got right now, is he having the code of OK? OK means 200. So I'm trying to check, is the response status code response RES response status code equal to OK? If it is equal to OK, that's it. Your work is done. So I'm printing the length of the response text, and the length of the response text is, I just ran the cell. It's 1,22,811 bytes, and the type, notice type of RES is, it's a response object. The length of the response text is, that means the length of the code. The number of characters in the code is 1,22,811, and this is first 250 characters of the code. This is first 250 characters of the code. I know you will not be able to connect with this. Okay, just okay. Find this title: data science hyphen Wikipedia. You want to see this? See this much. Let me highlight this part. This much part has come out in the output. And you know this title is coming. Title data science Wikipedia. See up. This is title. Title is the one which comes in the tab. Okay, right? So we selected the first 250 characters just to have a feel. Have we got the intent or not with us? That is the only intention. Okay, that's the reason I printed the first 250 characters of it. Okay, now how many people could get the Wikipedia page? They will say they will say got wiki done. They will say got wiki. That means they have got the Wikipedia page. Okay, so I hope all have been able to do with the getting of the wiki page, right? So I hope this ran smoothly. Very nice. Now, next small but very important thing. Friends, I just mentioned to you right now that it's not always going to be the case that you get the page. There are going to be cases where you're going to check for errors. So the raise for status method is a very good way to ensure that your program will immediately halt if you get a bad download. Please remember, getting a bad download cannot be handled by the try exception handling logic in Python. I repeat, you cannot see if you get a wrong page or if you get a 404 error page. Like let me show you an example. Okay, this is what I've typed now. I want to get Amazon.in jobs. Amazon.in carriers hai, jobs nahi hai. But I've typed Amazon.in jobs. See what happens. See what is loading in front of me. See with patience what is coming in front of me. Is able to handle your request. See carefully, no? It is able to handle your request. It is saying that your request Amazon.in/jobs is giving a 404. Document not found or page not found. Any message can come. That's okay. Both are same. And it is directing you back to the home page of Amazon. And that means at the root directory, we have handled all such requests not valid. There is a way of doing it. We write some, we create a page called 404.html and we paste it in the root directory of www and we make an entry of it in the robots.txt file as well as in a config file, so that if any request comes to your website which is not valid, then automatically the 404.html, the name of this page is, the page which is open in front of you, you can't see it here, but the page which is open in front of you is 404.html. So any nonsense you type here for Amazon or for my company, suvenconsultants.com, you will see a 404 page opening up, directing you back to the home page. Now, this page, which is this page which is actually opened in front of you here is not of the error code okay. It's not 200. Its error code is 404 friends. So I don't want further running to happen. I want it to halt immediately. Okay. Now, so let's have a look at this. Import request dot get is getting this here and dumping it in the response. Now, in my try except block, please notice it is not a try except which is handling. Please remember, who is sensing that there is a 404 page coming? This fellow is sensing. In the response object, we are saying raise for status. Raise for status means I would raise an exception. I repeat, raise for status will raise an exception if 404 has come to you, 403 has come to you. So anything, any error code in the 4 series, 401, 402, 403, 404. So any error code which you get from the server onto your client, this is your client, my friends, then you will raise for status exception. And you know very well if an exception is raised, except block will catch and I'll print the problem. Should we have a look at this? Right, let's run this code. See what we have got. See with patience what we have got. So I hope all of you also would have got the same thing. So there was a problem is printed by us. We are printing the exception value as it is an exception is printing this 404 client error not found for URL blah blah. Okay, right? So how many people got this also? They should say raise for status done. They should say raise for status done. Yeah, you're not able to hear my voice. Cisco actually, the WebEx it hangs it between at times as the minute goes down. So you can just rejoin. It will come properly. Good, Vinod. Vinod says race for status done. Yes. Others, please acknowledge. Dapai, very good. Good Chintamani, good Rashid. And all of you, because I'm going to take a 30 seconds pause for anybody to raise doubts. So all of you, Dattare, Vinod, Chintamani, Rashid, Vandana, please all of you try putting some other website which you know doesn't exist, or maybe some web page of the college website which you know doesn't exist. Try that. Huh? See, do you get 404 or 403 error? Okay, so it seems that none of you have this doubt on this, and all have been able to smoothly run this. Very nice. Now, friends, see, why did we probably look at regex? The objective is this. Uh, when you get actually a page, so we have seen two cases. Huh? First case we saw that we got this Wikipedia page smoothly. Second case we saw that we got Amazon.in/jobs page. We didn't get it. Therefore, we printed the error. The point is, when I get a page in my response object, naturally I would say response of race for status. So if there is an error, that means if the response object is 404 or 403, then this line will raise the exception and the program will stop there and there itself. You're kind of breaking the program at this line. So what am I doing next? Next is, in this program, I'm going to import a new module. Apart from request is only responsible to send the request and get the whole web page. वो web page आपके पास लेके आ जाएगा. उसके बाद क्या? Then what? The web page has come to your client. No, now the web page is with you. The whole Wikipedia web page is with you. Now what do you want to do with it? I want to parse it. Correct. What does parsing mean? Parsing means that I want to create a DOM structure, document object model of this, so that I can come to know how many anchor tags are there in this page, how many divs are there in this page, how many paragraphs, how many bold text, spans, etc. So I want to basically do a complete analytics of this page in terms of its tags which has been used. Okay, so that for that reason I have imported BS4. As you could see, import BS4. And what I'm doing next is BS4 dot beautiful soap. BS4 dot beautiful soap is actually creating a beautiful soap object for which I need a response. Remember, response RES is holding your whole web page. It is holding your whole web page. So when I say dot text, I actually get the entire text part, and then I'm saying features equal to LXML. Now you can just take it for granted that we have to write some features like LXML, or we have to write HTML or parser. We have to give some parameter as a second parameter. If I don't get the second parameter, then Colab will give me an error asking me that second parameter go. So take this lightly for the time being. The second parameter can be LXML. That means parsing will happen in the XML style, or the parsing will happen in HTML style. Now, what is the difference between the two? Let me talk about the difference between LXML is specification of the parser. So I'm talking about difference between LXML parsing or LXML parser and HTML dot. Okay, so LXML parser would do strict parsing. It will do strict parsing. And strict parsing means that for every opening tag, I should have closing tag. And as an HTML parser, it is actually a lenient or loose parsing. Lenient, but like how I have features, some of you will be lenient, some of you will be very strict, right? So this is loose parsing. So for every opening tag, I may have, I've relaxed the word C, I may have, here I'm saying I should have. I may have lenient parsing, loose parsing. So can you give an example? Yes. Have it. How do you write a HR tag in HTML? People are like this, the way I written HR. This is wrong. In XML parsing will not tolerate this. It says no, you have started a tag HR. Where have you ended? This is the correct way of writing the HR tag. Big tag, everybody write like this. The wrong way of writing. right way of writing. So if you have coded professionally your web page, then the tags like HR start open, BR start open would be correctly sensed. But many people are not so particular when they actually code, in web development. So even if they code like this, browser gives an output. Browser will give an output. Browser को blame मत करो. Browser will understand HR also like this. It will understand like this also. Browser understand both. Question is, when you use a beautiful soap, do you expect him to understand this? He will not. He will ignore this. He'll say, I don't know what this tag is. And he will look for only this kind of tag. So every tag should have a start and end in short. Then an XML parser will be able to catch it. Okay? So keeping that in mind, now, yeah, friends, we all know very well that Wikipedia pages are very professionally coded. So, you can always be rest assured that you can use features equal to LXML. Amazon, Flipkart, Wikipedia, they use best practices to code. Okay? So, now what has happened is, in this line, I have formed a object of beautiful soap. Text data for parsing. So he's a brain, huh? He's the brain now. He has the brain. He has the capability to search anything for you now. Now you give him a command. He's like a robot in front of you. He's a robot, mini robot. Give him the instruction. So you say, okay, beautiful soap object. Can you select for me all the anchor tags? You'll say, yes, sir, I can. So you'll get all the anchor tags for you and dump it in the variable elements. I'm finding the data type of elements. Further, I'm finding the number of anchor tags on the Wikipedia page by typing length. Now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to see the output of a few anchor tags. So I'm doing the looping part here. Now friends, in this looping, kindly comment these lines when you run. Kindly comment the first two lines. Also, no, let the other lines remain. Kindly comment only the first two lines. Because all the anchor tags have data type as anchor only, so there's no need of typing the data type of it. Okay. Now you'll be wondering that why am I starting from the second anchor tag going up till the fourth? The point is that wait, huh? Okay. Now if I look at this now, which is the first anchor tag? This one. The image on the top left. This is the first anchor tag on the page actually. Now this anchor tag has no text now. So what is going to happen? Text part will all come blank, so you feel confused. So what I did was, I thought of starting with the second anchor tag. So there are many anchor tags. There's one here, then there is one here. See, 1, 2. Oh. So this is 0th anchor tag. This is the first anchor tag. So दो number तो इसके लिए 0 and 1 पर. Then you will think this is the anchor tag. This is also there, but then these are also anchor tags, no? Over here. These are also anchor tags over here. See. Okay. So we have to look at the sequence of how they have been coded in the page here. How they have been coded in the page here. Let's say if I search for anchor tag, the first anchor tag is having jump to navigation, then jump to search. वो हमारे काम का नहीं है. Third anchor tag. Okay, the first anchor tag is here. Huh? This is the first anchor tag selected, which is with ID equal to top. There is a blank. This is the image actually. So first anchor tag, second, third, all are stupid. I think all of us should start from the 0, 1, 2. We should start on the third anchor tag in fact. So let me start with the third anchor tag. So please make it as 3 and go up to 5. So 3 and 4. It will print two things for you. It will print 3 and 4. Let us see. My goodness. Our Wikipedia page is having 500 anchor tags. My goodness. Obviously expected. So many anchor tags were there. So many hyperlinks you were saying in the text. Okay, my looping starts here. So what do I see? The third anchor tag, which you could see here also. See, this is the 0th one. I skipped it. First one, skipped it. Second, skipped it. Third, I picked up. Interesting. So the third anchor tag is information science, correct? The third anchor tag is information science. You're right. That is what I'm seeing here. See, text within the element is information science. That's correct. The entire anchor tag is this, right? I hope people who are not from web development background may have may not have this knowledge, but it's a very simple thing. You will get it right now. Friends, in the case of a tag, anything which starts with a symbol like this, this arrow mark symbol like this, anything which starts with like this is a tag actually. Okay, and anything which you write as an additional parameter like href, मतलब anchor किसको refer कर रहा है, whom are you referring? Title, meaning to say title, meaning to say what is the title given to this anchor tag of, So whatever you write here as your URL, whatever title you give to this anchor tag, these are all actually called attributes. These are called attributes. They are not tags, they are attributes. ATTRS, attributes. So to fetch the attributes, please notice what I have written. I have written ATTRS, which means attributes में fetch करना चाहता हूँ. So we're fetching it, as you could see. So I have fetched. So I printed the whole tag, then I printed the attributes in the HTML tag. Notice I'm only showing href and I'm only showing type. Okay, this long line that is coming here now, this indicates that your one loop iteration is over. Now I'm picking up the second iteration. The next iteration is text within the element machine learning. Is it? Let's check it. Let's check it, friends. See, after this anchor tag, this is the next anchor tag. See, for yourself, I know it's very tiny, but okay, so you can get a holistic picture. href wiki machine learning title something machine learning gets over here, right? So this is the next tag which you picked up. Right? Now you will still be wondering where is regex used here, right? See, but the point is that you need to understand that first you are going to select and bring all the anchor tags. Now in this anchor tag, let's say if I tell I only want to search anchor tags which have the pattern wiki/machine learning. I don't want any other anchor tags. I want anchor tags with the title as the word machine space learning. Then you have to use regex. No? How will you get it? Please understand what I'm again repeating to all of you. Right now you have got 500 anchor tags, out of which I have shown only 2 to you. I have shown only 2 to you. Suppose if I say that no, I want to see those anchor tags which only have the word machine space learning in their title. Then I hope you agree that you have to use regex. There's no other option left, right? So there where the regex comes in. So therefore I tell web scraping is, we are learning web scraping so that you understand this is an application to regex. Now, how many people have done with parsing the Wikipedia page? They will please put on the chat, parsing wiki done. They will say, parsing wiki done. Okay, Vinod has got an error called certificate error. Vinod, certificate error is actually a case of 403 because so this particular college or organization which you have put called PVT, SNDT, maybe this is SNDT University website, so they are expecting an authentication or a login. And plus there is one more problem also. We usually get certificate error when most of the companies, they forget to renew their digital certificates. To use HTTPS, they forget to renew. They have to renew every year their digital certificates. They forget to do that. So with this, what you can do is you can try HTTPS and HTTP, both the protocols. See, one should work. But if you get the same error, then it is not your mistake, code's mistake. It is a mistake of the website. Website not renewed the certificate. Sorry, their digital certificates. So finally, Rutuja is back. Rutuja was not responding for some time. I'm happy she's back. Good. So Vinod says done. Vasan says done. Very good. Others, please try. I'm waiting for other acknowledgement. Okay. Dattanesh, try to instead of writing features equal to LXML, try replacing that with HTML.parser. Yes, we will have to install the parser library, but you can do that later क्योंकि वो फिर 2-3 मिनट हमारा waste कर देगा class का because I have to move ahead also. No, we just have hardly 5-7 minutes more to go to end the lecture. You know, so please try and use. See this. You instead of features equal to LXML, just put HTML.parser. The problem will be solved because this is there by default. Output is going to be the same. Be rest assured. As you can see on my screen. Okay, right. So the next and the example, no, not this one, not this one. This can be done by self. Example number 4 can be done by self. Now, let me take up the last 5 minutes to give you a very important briefing. Of course, I will not be solving this. This is to be self web assessment, but don't worry. You won't be doing it self. I have shared an extra video link with you, right? So in the extra video link, just fast forward for the first 2 hours. The first 2 hours are exactly the same which I spoke right now here. Just fast forward the first 2 hours, okay? And maybe somewhere between the second hour and the second to third hour के बीच में, you will see that I'm solving 2 case studies. One is a small one, like this, okay? And one is a larger one, which is given here. This is scrapping live data of the MTA, which stands for Metropolitan Transportation Authority, which handles the largest fleet of metro trains, of buses, of taxis, which move in and out New York. So everything which comes into New York and everything which goes out of New York is completely managed. Like how we have MMRD here in Bombay, which manages the metro. Similarly, we have MTA there in the US for the New York City, which manages everything for New York as well as around it. And it is the largest network in the US. So New York is a very busy city there, which all of us know. And these guys are so nice that they have given us live data. Every week it is updated. You don't trust me? Wait, I'll show you. Just keep watching my screen carefully. Don't worry, I explained this data in depth. And I've also explained how to parse it in the extra video link which I have given you. So you won't miss anything. It is always better to learn more. Okay, now, you'll be wondering what is this. So if you just go to the home page of it, you'll be able to read what it is. It's Metropolitan Train Authority. So what I have next is data files here, as you could see. Saturday 12th December. Today is what? 16th December. Notice 12th December. Then notice 5th December. So every Saturday, if you notice, over the last 10 years. So if any of my friends here on the FDP program is doing any data analytics project, or they're doing some research work in data analytics, or their students want to do some research work on their projects, please tell them to use this data. You have data worth of last 10 years, 2010. Every week data uploaded punctually, not even a week missed, up till 2020. But trust me, on a ThinkPad or on a MacBook, on a ThinkPad or on a MacBook with 8 GB RAM, if you plan to web scrap all this data, it will take you nothing less than 48 hours. Your machine will go like a oven. It will run for that much time. It will run for more than 16 GB RAM. It may get over in 6-7 hours. That also will take so much of time. So what we could do is we could only parse one file. You say, अरे रॉकी जी इसमें क्या है? ये तो हार्डली 500-600 एंट्रीज होगी. हाँ, पेशेंस रखिए. स्क्रैप इसको नहीं करना. स्क्रैप इस फाइल में जाके करना है. एक फाइल को ओपन करके देखिए. This is called as this file is made only by the web MTA for the developers. That is you and me. This is data which they want universities to scrap in the US. So now everybody can, because this is open, everybody can scrap this data and everybody can learn it from it. So what is the patterns of, let's say for example, I want to find which is the most popular line name or which is the most popular station. Like for example, these things are called as ST is a station name or line name is like we have, let's say if I think 50% of the crowd here is from Bombay. So they would be knowing that there is a Ghatkopar Andheri metro. Okay, and that is the only metro, friends, which is operational right now in Bombay. People from other cities may be thinking, what is this? So Ghatkopar to Andheri are two stations where the metro is running. That's called the line name. So we have Ghatkopar Andheri as a line name. Okay, so this line name is given here. So if I want to find which is the most popular line name or on a given particular date during a time span of 3 a.m. in the night, 3 a.m. to 7 a.m., how many trains flied, I can find this information from here. Each file is having a lot of entries. It is still loading. Notice it is still loading. Each file is having close to approximately about 20,000 entries. This is the entries for all the trains, all the buses which fly in entire New York, outside New York, within New York, within 1 week. Okay, so 20,000 entries have to be passed. So it will take time. So your data will go into terabytes. So your computer cannot handle that. Okay, right? So now it is not loading. It took. You can imagine it took about how much time? 2 minutes load only. Let me put that file in the text file here. Hold on. This will also take time. Copy paste will also take time. Wait. It's copying. My God. You're still copying. I have only pressed Ctrl C and Ctrl V, friends. The copying process is happening, as you could see. And this closely tells me that there are 210,000 plus entries. Maybe if I wait for another 2-3 minutes, I'll get 220,000 entries. That's what I need. So 220,000 entries for 1 week. Because what they have done exactly is they have recorded entries for every station. No? So if a train is going from, let's say, station A to station Z, so there is an entry from A to B, B to C, C to D, ऐसा entries है इसमें. So therefore there are too many entries. Okay. So I have taken a case study of how you can scrap this, and because I've already given this video, so you can always self-learn that. Okay. Now let me give you an example. I had requested. I hope everybody allows me for 5 minutes extra. Please tell me yes or no. Can I take 5 minutes extra? Participants have to tell me. Not the management will allow me. Participants have to allow me. Okay, thank you. Now, so have a look at this. Suppose, for example, this is my question. Code a simple web scrapper to get price values in the class. So when we write an HTML page, we have a class. We make divs, and to divs we apply classes, because usually we define classes in the CSS. So I'm saying class equal to main price. So if I look at the HTML page here, yes, look at this HTML page. You know what is the HTML page? This is a very small, very small, tiny part picked up, copy pasted from Flipkart or Amazon. Why to worry from where I've copied? Why are you worried? Forget it. Maybe it's copied from Amazon.com. Maybe. Okay, so a very small, tiny part copied from a particular website. Then there were a lot of class names and a lot of other things. I just removed the scrap from it. And now, body open, body close. Div tag says listing of prices. Then there's a div called class item. Then there's a list item li having some class. So it's a watch basically. And in this watch, please notice, in this smart watch, or maybe this watch is some expensive company like Grado, this watch. So there is a div which is class equal to main underscore price. So Amazon says the price of the watch is $66.68, but because of the Christmas sale, it is selling it at 46.68. I don't want to know the discounted price. I want to know what is the price quoted by Amazon in the class main underscore price is my question. This is very simple, Rocky ji. I will get the divs right. But please understand, when you get the divs with the class equal to main price, you will get the entire div, my friend. You will get this whole line. So, to understand what you have to do is, after you get this whole line, this one and this one, you have to apply little bit of regex. Very simple regex, which we'll see in the video link which I'm typing live in the class. But then that itself took me 2 hours actually to solve this on the next case study. So, but it's very simple, trust me. So we make a beautiful soap object and we get all the divs with the class equal to main price. ये तो आपको फटक से आ जाएगा. This will come in 5 minutes. This you will get, but you'll get the whole line. You see, I don't want the whole line. I've got the whole line, but so now I'll apply regex, and my regex pattern is going to be super simple. My regex pattern is going to be that I want to start with a dollar symbol, have 2 digits, dot, 2 more digits. Simple. Khatam. That's what I'm asking. So I'll apply regex and I'll get the price of the first product $56, price of the second product $56.68. Okay, right? So I hope this explains what is my objective. You will also be wondering that Rocky sir, from where should I get this particular HTML file? See, ideally you shouldn't ask me, you should type it out. But still, if you're not feeling so energetic to type it out, you want to save your time, I have given this file here. Wait. See this. Link to the web scrapper test.html. I have given the link. Okay, so you can download this HTML file above from this link and open the file. There's a normal file. It's a normal file which is opening up. But of course, you have to first load that file. This is Colab. You have to load that file in Colab. Then only you can open it up and be very careful. If the file which you are loading into your Colab has a name test.html, maybe I would have changed the name on the drive, maybe. Then you have to be careful. You should change the name here also. मेरा मतलब ये है कि whatever file you upload, whatever is the name of that file, please match that here. Okay. Then I'm doing reading of the entire file and I printed the whole file content. So if you notice, after reading and printing the content, I can see the file is having this content, which is nothing but my HTML data. Simple. Okay. Right. So now I would be happy if I have really understood. And how did you find today's session? It was not very theoretical of I only talking about Python का string function क्या करता है और list क्या करता है या NumPy के library के basic functions क्या करते हैं. So I thought we should go little into application perspective rather than looking at learning hardcore functions. So please can you give me that one line feedback? Was it fruitful? Was it useful? Okay. So I'm happy people have found it useful and fruitful. Very nice. So I now release my control and I'm handing over to Lubna, and Lubna will take over from here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this hands-on session on web scrapping and regex. It has kept the participants very active today because we've been checking the chat box and they've been replying to all your questions. Thank you, all the participants, for being actively involved today in this hands-on session. So we meet at 2 for our next session with Manu sir, and we'll have a break from now till 2 o'clock. Zeba ma'am, can I now stop the session?
Yes,
Okay,
Lubna.
sir, thanks again. See
Rocky
you
said,
tomorrow.
thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. See you all at 2.
Yeah.
तो इसका डिस्प्ले से लेंगे
हाँ,
आज लेंगे इधर
हमें डिस्प्ले का ही लग रहा है ना, वो बोली
हाँ।
सुबह मेरे को ऊपर दिख रहा है वो जो है ना।
हाँ डिस्प्ले ही खराब है तो इसका डिस्प्ले करवा देगी क्या बोल के